also provided everybody with a copy of the Rise of FEMA, the bill HR 645, and a pocket constitution. If they had any questions, they certainly could ask me. Everybody sat there shocked as to the corruption and the fusion centers that's in every city and or in every state in the United States. The policemen in our family were shocked even more so than anybody.
You know why police get so shocked watching my films and reports? Because they know it's all true because they've got pieces of it, but we're compartmentalized. When we give them a film like that, it's a briefing. They know all the pieces are true, and they get chills because I've talked to them, and they go, whoa, now it makes perfect sense. It didn't make sense before because they're given a systems analysis from the top level. See, we've just re-engineered and reverse-engineered what they're really up to, and so we're basically here. This breaks it all down.
Exactly, and I gave everybody a copy. I gave the policemen in the family extra copies to take to their cronies, you know, here in town or wherever they came from. And it was just amazing to see their facial expressions and the unbelievable. It was just awesome to see. And I just wanted to.
What parts of Rise of FEMA would particularly will come up? Let me guess. The part where the military admits they're training to confiscate guns in Iowa?
Yes. Yes, that and all the executive orders that issued. What's happening on the House floor that gave was it S-1867 that gave the military to end posse comitatus, that give the right to the military to come in and arrest U.S. citizens, veterans or not, for no purpose, for no undefinite detention.
But see, your family sounds like they're normal, smart Americans who I would imagine actually saw a lot of stuff and so were real people. And that's why, in a way, it's easy to wake up police and military because they may be brainwashed to a certain extent, but they've actually been in the real world. Who I'm really worried about is just these, and I'm not saying I'm hard and tough myself. I'm pretty soft. But I see these yuppies. They are just helpless. They have no idea. They are so soft. They are so ignorant. And they hear this stuff, and they just giggle. They laugh. It's funny. And they have no idea what the rest of the world's like. They have no idea how hard it is to keep liberty, as Thomas Jefferson said. But that is such a great call. God bless you. Great hearing from you, Gary. Wow. That's what makes it all worth it when I leave so many times and get home at 10 o'clock at night. And my children beg me to be home more, and I've tried to be home more some. I miss them so much. Miss my children so much. But every time I look at them, they're so peaceful and innocent. They deserve that I put out my full energy against these globalists and not mince words with you. Now, again, we've got to stop thinking it's impolite to tell the truth and freak people out. I saw some old family friends the other night. I was picking up some food at a restaurant at about 9 o'clock at night, and I saw some family friends. And, well, family friends. They were actually family friends of my wife's family, but I've met them at events and things 4 or 5 times over the years, been to their house for dinner. One of them, the guy's pretty famous, actually. He was involved in the whole Mujahideen thing against the Soviets and all that. And was it Charlie Wilson's War or whatever it is, but side issue. And I'd see him, like 10 years ago, and they'd be like, oh, that's pretty wild stuff you talk about. I saw him about 4 years ago, and they were like, yeah, I'm starting to believe what you're saying is right. This time it's like, oh, we're big fans. You're right. It's all true. Oh, my God, you know about this and that. And, talking about the plan to arrest citizens and all this. People are finally waking up. People are finally waking up. People in government are waking up. People ask, how am I still alive? It's because there are a lot of people in government. I mean, look at Bloomberg had an article about why is Ron Paul getting the majority of donations from federal employees? And the headline was, give this man money so he can fire you. They know there's no America in the end if government isn't cut. There's nothing. It's all going to go bankrupt if it isn't righted. It's like a high-rise building with a fire on 10 stories. And everything's getting destroyed. And if you turn the sprinkler system on, it's going to flood the whole building. But you're going to lose more stuff if you don't turn the sprinkler system on. It's like, don't turn the sprinklers on. That might damage some of the upholstery. It's going to burn out if you don't turn them on, you see. The globalist plan is to implode societies. Pat in New York, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, Alex, how you doing?
Pretty good, sir.
I just wanted to say, man, I really, really do not like John McCain at all right now. Because not only did he draft this NDAA behind our backs, he also insulted where I live. I don't know if you heard that. He said that Long Island is regrettably a part of the United States. I don't know if you heard that.
I did hear other people talk about it. What was he saying that in what context?
I'm not exactly sure. I just saw snippets in the local news, but I think he was talking to Chuck Schumer, and he said that Long Island is regrettably a part of the United States, and he did like a little snicker. He's like, and it really, it got everybody around here infuriated.
Yeah, well, regrettably, John McCain is part of the United States.
Yeah, exactly, brother, exactly. But, it's just, one point I wanted to make, it's just so insane, like, that there's people in the original colonies of the United States that, are calling for free everything for everybody. This is where the American Revolutionary War was fought, Look,
the British government was doing the exact same thing. The money scams, the checkpoints, all of it. And it wasn't like the colonists wanted war. They came to take their guns. They came to take their property. They were killing colonists. And finally people said, well, if you're going to try to kill me anyways, how about you die? It gets to that point. It's like the I Shot the Sheriff song. Sheriff John Brown was coming down the road, pulled his gun to shoot me, so I shot him. There's only so much people can take. Sorry, go ahead.
Exactly, like I said, it's just so crazy that there's so many of these yuppies that you're talking about in the state of New York, and I'm not talking about people like Luke Radowski, people like Danny Panzelli, Those are the freedom fighters up here in the Northeast that we need. We need more of these people. But what I'm saying is, there's so many people, there's so many yuppies saying,
well, sir, it's a feedback loop. They're jellyfish yuppies with popped collars thinking they're trendy and rich even when they're not, everywhere. And again, all these dramas and shows are designed to make Americans look like scum and then to make our kids with these reality shows think that's how you're supposed to act. You understand? They give us false values. I appreciate your call. Great to hear from you. Let's go ahead and talk to Chris in Florida. Chris, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Alex, thank you for your part in our victory almost 2 months ago now on October 4th, 2011, in Pinellas County, Florida, to end the addition of and the county's water quality analysis of the quote-unquote industrial discharge to our water supply.
Yeah, that's right. Your county with 700,000 people in it pulled the deadly nerve agent fluoride out of the water.
Absolutely. And, of course, that's under the guise of fluoridation. And I was also very honored and I'm gratified to have also been a part of the effort along with so many concerned citizens, including We Are Change Tampa, who spoke so well addressing and emailing the county commission. So to sustain this reprieve and to help other communities still fighting the water fluoridation, I've compiled all I could find on the seeds has changed that we sowed at the commission meetings before. And,
how do folks find that? Do you have a website?
WeAreChangeTampa.org. That's WeAreChangeTampa.org.
Awesome. Get it duplicated. Solar. Alex Jones here, back live. Is it the final days of the Republic or the beginning of a new renaissance? That choice is in your hands. The global cockroaches are not all-powerful. They have a all-encompassing police state government, but it's built on sand. Cisco in Virginia, you are on the air. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me on. First off, I'd like to say to everybody out there, all the patriots listening, you need to speak up. You need to open your mouths. You need to talk to the person standing next to you. You need to open their eyes.
But whatever you do, don't climb up on globalist propaganda billboards and spray paint Infowars.com or Down with the New World Order. Do not do things like that.
Oh, the New World Order is already beaten. You've seen to that. Thank you, Alex, for doing that.
Oh, I've done no such thing. Perhaps the tens of millions that are awake will defeat it. But, it's only a matter of time if we take action. History shows that. No amount of junk and high-tech garbage is going to do that. The globalists are just basically hugging onto that like a small child with their little toy or something to keep them safe from monsters. But go ahead and make your point. Sorry.
But you've gotten the ball rolling, Alex. See, here's what everybody seems to be missing. Whether you're liberal, Democrat, Republican, whatever the case may be, truth is truth. And you know when you're speaking truth because you get the chills. You understand. You can feel it. It's not something that can be given to you. It's not something that you can be taught.
No, we have a survival instinct. We also have spiritual discernment once we turn towards the truth. And you're right. They make it all liberal, conservative, all about this spectacle of fighting. Because if it was one dictator or one group, we know who it was. Instead, it's the Democrats will fix it, the Republicans will fix it. And the whole leadership is the exact same group.
And people, listen very carefully. Regardless of whether or not Ron Paul gets the nomination on the Republican ticket, Ron Paul is our candidate, period. If you want him to be president, write his name on the ballot.
But regardless, he's educating literally hundreds of millions right now. He's shifting the debate. It's victory. By him running, win, lose, or draw, it's winning. Taking action, facing up, getting in the arena is winning. Period. Period. I appreciate your call. Let's talk to, who's up next here? Let's talk to John in Maryland. John, you're on the air.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
It's good to talk to you, Mr. Jones. Very good to talk to you. I am with his New World Order, and we think you are very troublesome. You're a very troublesome man. It's very, very inconvenient to us. A very inconvenient...
Yeah, I figured this was a joke phone call. Hello, General Drago. You have been doing well. Soon the Americans will be under the world government. Yeah. Now, what are your orders, comrade?
I'll just mess around. Just wanted to say that I enjoy your show, and get to hear it at least every day. Just want to talk to you also about, I know you had Dave Mustaine on recently.
Yes.
Have you ever heard, he has an album, Endgame. That's the new one out, right?
No, Endgame is the last one. He's got another one out called 13. And yes, I have heard of Endgame.
Okay. There was actually another band that came out with the same name along those lines. It was Rise Against. And they're a really good band. They had a lot of anti-New World Order messages in there. So it's definitely worth checking out as well. Have them on your show. Whatever. All right. Yeah, that was it.
All right, I appreciate your call. Good to hear from you. Yes, I know about Endgame. Megadeth's last album is named after my film Endgame. We've had Dave on to talk about it. Not tooting my horn, but it shows the success of taking action. It shows how ideas just keep, like ripples in a pond, going out. That's what scares the globalists, because they know nothing can defeat tyranny like truth. And they know if you carry the ball for truth, you're going to have victory. Even in persecution, you have victory. Ronnie in Texas, go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Hey, I just wanted to say we can all join the Ron Paul revolution with grassroots activism online. Just type in phone, PHONE, .ronpauls2012.com, and there we can all learn how to just phone from home to help bypass those shamefully scheming media hucksters to speak.